Hey guys, Christo Garcia, My Swing Evolution. Mr. Hogan Cup, gotta love it. So this is Moe Norman week, I guess. You know, it's not every week that Todd Graves gets to come to Los Angeles, and of course Reed Howard connected us, and we had an awesome time. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about, me fooling around with some of the concepts of the Moe Norman golf swing, which I think might jive very nicely with my work on Ben Hogan. Very, very interesting stuff. But before I get into that, I wanted to let everybody know that I've talked to 4 people about the MSC Intensive next weekend, March 31st and April 1st. So that only leaves 4 more spots. I'd love to have 4 more motivated golfers join up with the MSC Intensive, and it's going to be fantastic. And I guarantee you will be a better golfer than when you came. I guarantee it. The things that I'm working on, I've worked with the top professionals in the world in rebuilding my golf swing. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to share this with people. I don't think it's impossible to change your game. I took 11 strokes off my game. It's incredible, but it can be done. The USGA says the average score is 97, and after 3 years, you don't get better. But I did. And you can too. So come to the MSC Intensive. I've got 4 more spots. So Moe Norman's golf swing. It's kind of funny because I really believe that, Moe was one of the great ball striking geniuses of all time. And I'd seen Reed hit golf balls on the range, but I'd never played golf with Reed. But to get to see Reed and Todd play, 2 professionals, wow, it's pretty illuminating because you learn an awful lot. But really the thing that fascinates me is the use of the lower body and raising the hands and the club a little bit, being a little bit farther away from the ball. Creates some interesting positions. So I'd like to talk about that. So let's take a look at me fooling around on the range here. Okay guys, so here I am. This is a slow motion swing that I recorded. And that was one of the better strikes that I put on the ball. I'll tell you, there's no magic bullet. You have to work at it. I hit some bad shots. I hit some low pulls and some high fades, but I was just, really trying to dial in the feeling of what I was trying to get to. But I was very happily surprised when I saw this impact position. And even though I'm hitting the ball on a line out to the right a little bit, I think you can see that I've really cleared my body very well, my upper body and my lower body. Another thing you'll notice is the club head looks like it's arriving at the ball very, very square. Little face rotation, and that's what I'm really going after right now. One thing you'll see is my right heel is starting to come up. I think Todd and those folks, they want that thing planted all the way through the strike, which can help you by limiting your range of motion so you can more consistently deliver the club face in the same spot. But that's something I'm going to have to work on. But I was pretty surprised at the ball. I was hitting it pretty solid. I didn't lose any distance. And the goal for me right now is to find more accuracy in my driver swing. If I can start hitting more fairways, I'm hitting my irons the best of my life. And if I can get myself more scoring opportunities, I think those really low rounds are going to be coming around. So that's what I'm devoted to presently in my swing evolution. So if we put a plane line down here, we can see where my club is at address. And you'll find the butt end of that handle makes its way right on to that swing plane. Let me go back to the top of this. Now, one of the key tenets of what Todd and Reed are working on is this plane line with the hands and the shaft go up through the middle of the back and through the right forearm. I don't think this camera angle is perfect, but it's good enough to begin to work with. So as we watch this backswing once again, It's normal for that club to come in a little bit under the plane on the way up. But I'm liking these angles that I'm seeing here. Yeah, that club is pretty nicely on plane there, I would say. You know, one of the things I have to work on is the correct grip. But I like this move down into the ball. I feel like I'm compressing well. And I have a little bit more space, which is really key. Now, you guys have all seen me. I've got a real tendency to stand up an inch or two through impact. But here, I'm staying down a little bit better and clearing a little bit better. Yeah, so that club is right along the shaft plane line. It leaves it just a little bit. Whoa, am I a little bit under? That's different. Yeah, but once again, I'm getting through the ball nicely, and the club is exiting lower left around my body than you normally see. So these are positive things that I'm seeing, you know. Maybe a little bit more space, maybe raising the club just an inch or two. Maybe that's going to give me a little bit more room to get through the ball. You know, I don't think my swing looks radically different here, but we're going to watch my head position here. You know, I've had a pretty steady head, and, you know, this is what Wayne DeFrancesco calls the first lowering. As we reach the top of the backswing, I will begin to compress into the ground. I'm getting load into my legs. So here I'm at the top of the backswing. I'm in a pretty solid position. And now we're going to see a second lowering. You know, you look at Lee Trevino, man, he dips so far. But normally, when I load this low, I'm going to run out of space. My traditional golf swing, I'm going to run out of space to hit the ball. So you're going to see me actually stand up to get a little bit of space, which is a perfectly normal thing for amateur golfers. You know, I mean, a lot of amateur golfers stand up a lot, and I've reduced mine a great deal. But as we go through the ball here, there's a slight raise, but it's a lot less than it used to be. But I will also point this out. It looks like my cap, I'm also moving backwards a little bit, which is again indicating that I'm trying to create some space. My hand-eye coordination is telling me, Chris, you're still a little bit too close. So I'm going to explore getting even a little bit further away from the ball, which feels very uncomfortable. And you guys know that, you know, I've gone through different, I've tested these different theories, you know, and it's one of my great joys. So the next time I go out, I'm going to be trying to see if I can't create a little bit more space and see if that won't even help me a little bit more. But as far as my irons go, I'm feeling so solid with them. And that may be because of the fact that it's a downward strike through the ball. But I'll have to post some of those videos too. But in general, I'd say that I'm liking my swing pretty well right now. You know, it's not some radical change. I'm just creating a little bit more time and space for me to hit the golf ball. So I hope this helps you. Hit them long and hit them straight. And don't forget to come to the MSE Intensive. If you'd like more information, email me at myswingevolution@yahoo.com. Cheers. guys, so let's cut to the chase. Here's my old golf swing. And here's my new golf swing. Five years ago, I started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to improve my golf swing by using Ben Hogan's 5 lessons. Well, guess what? It worked. In this video, I break down everything that I learned over my long journey to learn to swing like Ben Hogan, and now you can learn the very same techniques that I used to become the golfer I always wanted to be.